What's up, guys? Commish Ace Coach 704 here. We're kicking off a little bit of San Diego Superchargers. That's where we at this year, me and big old Al Bundy. But right now, man, we're actually kind of chilling up in London, as you can see. That's where we are, getting ready for this 2017 season of Madden 17. So, we will be kicking things off on Saturday morning when invites go out. So, invites will go out to everybody, and the league will officially kick off at 12 noon on Saturday. Throughout the preseason, we will advance every 12 hours. So that means the next advance after 12 noon Saturday, which is when things officially start, will be midnight on Saturday, and then we'll go noon on Sunday, and then midnight Sunday night. We should be in week 1, I believe, if I get that right. Yeah, 4 advances. So make sure you pay attention to what you need to do in the preseason. It's really important that, and I'm going to switch from London back to normal here. It's really very important that you pay attention to what the game tells you to do. I would run through a test CFM, honestly, to make sure that you don't miss anything. At least run through the preseason, because once you get to week 1, it's pretty much the same kind of setup. A couple things I want to note that have come up in the chat while we've been preparing ourselves to start this season. Number 1, we will be a owners only league, and here's the reasoning behind that. We had a mix of owners and coaches last year, and there is a big difference in terms of contracts of what a coach can do and what an owner can do. A coach can go out and make offers in the off season without regards to bonus money, and you can make huge deals with bonus money, and players like bonus money because, it's guaranteed money essentially, whether it comes from you or whether it comes from another team. When you're an owner, you have to manage that bonus money, and it comes into play when you're making offers on contracts. So it is a huge difference. So to be fair and keep everyone on the same playing field, we're going to owners only. It requires more strategy in contracts, and it requires you to be smarter with your money instead of being able to go out and offer certain players crazy sums of money. We're going to try to keep it in line in this season by doing that. Also, another thing that has come up was a question about when we're starting. I just addressed that. I hope people watch this and understand when we are starting. When you start and you accept your invite and you go into the league, you can sign one free agent in the preseason. One free agent in the preseason, not per advance, the whole preseason. Okay? We are not going to be hoarding free agents. That's not going to happen. And that rule is going to stay consistent throughout the franchise. And I'm going to tell you why, especially in Madden 17. They've made improvements to the draft class, and there's going to be undrafted rookies that come out every season after the draft that have good stats and superstar potential. So once we get to the off-season schedule, we will structure it in a way to where the majority of the people will be available once we open up preseason. And we will keep with that one free agent signing per preseason to prevent hoarding and greediness and all that garbage. Okay? Now, talking about practice squads. When you get to week 4 of the preseason, you will have to, if you want, you don't have to, but it's going to give you the option to assign rookies and second-year players to your practice squad. Those are the only people that can go in your practice squad because that's how the NFL rules are set. Now, you put someone on your practice squad, other teams can go in and they can sign people off your practice squad, and they have to go on their 53-man roster. Okay, you can't sign practice squad to practice squad. If you sign someone off the practice squad, they got to go on the 53-man roster. Okay, so be strategic in who you put on your practice squad, and remember, it's somebody that you think you can develop down the road or in focus practice throughout the season, but you have to be comfortable with losing that guy at the same time. I don't think it'll affect us too much starting out, but once we start getting into year 2 and year 3 and start going through some of these drafts, you got to be real strategic with what you do with that. So it will be on, because this is about strategy. This is the Primetime Elite League. We are not just some rinky-dink BS league or whatever. Alright, so now, I've had a couple of people tell me they're not going to get the game until a certain point in time after we go through preseason. I'm sorry about that, but, we've waited a few days to see about the glitches or things that need to be patched or whatever. Everything that they've been saying has been consistent. They will patch these things within a week or two time is what John White, who's the guy behind CFM, said on his Twitter. So we're going to go ahead and start. Now, the run pass glitch thing, I'm going to tell you from my perspective, it's not a huge deal. Because like I said in the chat, most of you guys are pretty predictable. Just being honest. Most of the time I know when you're going to run and when you're going to pass. Honestly, you still got to stop it. If I know somebody's running, okay, if I blitz and he's running a toss, he going to eat my ass up on the outside. Okay? If he's passing and I, pass commit, there's no guarantee that it's going to get stopped. You still got to stop the other person is my point here. I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest with you. The other thing with the rookies being shown that development has already been fixed via a server side patch where it downloads automatically when you start up your game. So I don't think that's not a concern. And they are addressing some fumble issues and certain other little things like that. And I'm going to look up sliders to see if we tune that with sliders, if it helps or not. I haven't really looked into that yet. But I'm very excited to start this thing off. I've been through a whole season. When we get to the off season, free agents, that is a lot better because the big guys sign early, like in real life. So you can have a better idea of what you need to scout for going into the draft. Make sure you get your re-signs done in a timely fashion during the season. When I do edits, the way it has to be done, because it shows in transaction that I did something, but it doesn't tell you what I did. So whatever you guys want me to edit, it's going to be done in group times. That way I can stream it and nobody can ask me questions about what I'm doing. I'm all about integrity and transparency. So it's going to be set times, like I said in the rules, that I'm going to go in, I'm going to do edits for everybody. So if you send me something after I've done a group of edits, you just got to be patient. Because I'm not going to have 10,000 streams with edits going on. Alright. So we'll go over that again once we do the live show on Sunday. Sunday at 10 will be the live show. But once again to recap. Preseason, 12-hour advances. Get on, accept your invite, do what you need to do. One free agent signing per team in the preseason. whole preseason. Okay? If you do more than one, I'm going to fuck up whoever you pick up after your first signing, and they're going to suck. All right? And you're going to have to drop it, and then I'll fix him back to where he was. So please just follow the rules. We got a waiting list of 5 people already wanting to get in here. All right? You guys are great. But if you're hard-headed and you want to do other stuff, you know, you don't have to be here, okay? I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'll always say it. My concern is giving a great experience and having a great league. I don't care about winning. I don't care about having a full league. It's about the experience for everybody. All right? Plain and simple. All right, so with all that said, I'm done. For the most part, I'm going to play the Superchargers fight song again. It's so good. I love it. Remember what's coming down the line. I will be doing predictions on a weekly basis. Week 1 is coming. And predictions are coming based off of you guys' performance last year. And it ain't going to be nothing detailed and analysis like that. I'm going to say, hey, this fucker's going to beat this motherfucker right here. 35-17. I don't know. Right before when this song ends, we're gonna be done. But make sure you remember the streaming rule. Away team must stream the game. If you can't, you need to try. Plain and simple. I already been through that. You guys know the things that aren't tolerated. Defensive formation rule still applies. Still same stuff. I talked about Commish tools, weekly live streaming show, power rankings every 4 weeks, full team analysis after the trade deadline, video predictions, that's new, that's what I just talked about. Off-season video analysis, you guys know I do that with the draft order and all that. This Daddy Leagues thing, man, it's frustrating. It's going to be a couple weeks before that's up and running. They made some changes with that, but anyways, if you got questions, send me a DM. Like I said, we don't like a bunch of stupid stuff in the main chat. You guys have been pretty good with that so far this year. And I appreciate each and every one of you making this a top 20 league on Daddy Leagues once they get their shit together. Thanks for watching. See you on the field.